weekend we had communion, and we go through certain rituals or certain preparations with our feet. We get out the sandpaper bat thing that is shaped like a foot, and make sure you get those heels, and you get out the Mediterranean Body Shop sea sand to scrub the foot and make sure that it's nice and smooth or feeling smooth. You clip the nails, and for those of us who wear nail polish, make sure the nail polish is popping and nice, or not at all for the conservatives, but you make sure that your feet are looking good, because whoever is gonna wash your foot must see that you take care, and I think to myself, the guys that Jesus washed their feet, they walked for miles in the dust with sandals, so they probably had a cake load of dust and dirt on their feet, and Jesus washed their feet. There was no preparation. But then we prepare our feet so nicely and get nice socks and make sure we pull out the nice socks and stuff for our shoes or stockings. But how do we really prepare our hearts for this communion? We don't have any kind of sandpaper or Body Shop lotion or sand to put on our hearts. How do we prepare our hearts for communion? In my church, a week or two before, they announced, we are having communion on this date and we must have our hearts ready. But do we really have to have our hearts ready for communion? Shouldn't our hearts be ready all the time? Shouldn't communion be like a surprise? Churches don't have to announce it, but it comes as a surprise and your heart is ready. In Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 6, it says, "The Lord your God will circumcise your heart so that you can love him with all your might and all your soul and all your life." This is how we should be each day. Our hearts should be ready. I'm not saying that we wouldn't sin, but if we sin, we feel so contrite and so sorry that immediately we come to Christ, because we know that we have hurt him, and we ask him to fix our heart, to cleanse our heart, to cut those things off from our heart that is not good, that is sinful, right? And our hearts will always be prepared. We don't have to wait until a special occasion, to have our hearts right with God. Our hearts should be right 24/7. And we can do that if we allow God to take control of our hearts and to be in control of this heart that is unworthy. Because like Keenan preached this Saturday gone, he said, God saw that we were lemons, but he paid the ultimate price for this lemon, so that this lemon will be worth a priceless amount. So we should allow God to take control of this lemon heart and to make it into a heart of gold. The hymn that I'm about to sing, the words of it as well. Take my life and let it be. It tells me that if I let God take control of my life, that it will be exactly what he wants it to be, and that my heart will always be ready for communion. Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, for thee. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of thy love, at the impulse of thy love. Take my will thine, it shall be no longer mine. Take my heart, it is thine own. It shall be thy royal throne. It shall be thy royal